What's going guys, Zennosh here, and today in this video of Exos Heroes, let's talk about the major fault, the major error committed by the line games yet again. Yes, you heard me right. And you might be asking, what is the mistake in the first place? Well, the Fate Core chance increase banner of the Fate Core Lepin had only 0.03% chance for her to drop. Yes, you heard me right, which should have been 0.7% chance as it was promised, right? And instead of having 0.7% chance, with that 0.03% chance, it was quite an injustice for those players who actually did summon on this banner while the error was still existing, right? And the line games have already come up with the reimbursement strategy for those kind of players and to everyone as well, which I think is quite fair. But for so many people out there, it has been quite an issue of enraging, okay? And you might guys actually get enraged as well. So let me actually address this issue in a very detailed manner. So what happened is that for those players who actually invested a lot of cess into this particular banner of Fate Core Lepin, got all their cess refunded. Yes, you heard me right. If they had invested like 7,000 cess into this banner, they have got their cess refunded. It takes about 13,300 cess to PD summon the Fate Core Lepin. And guess what, guys? There are so many players out there who actually went deep. They actually digged even deeper into this banner. They spent a lot more cess than it was necessary to actually PD summon this Fate Core Lepin right over here. And what about for those players? They actually got all their cess refunded. Whatever the amount of cess they actually invested into this banner, they got the cess refunded. And on top of that one, guess what, guys? They actually are to keep whatever they had summoned. Jesus! And it was like a huge freaking free multi-summons mania. Think about it. For example, okay, I would really love to show you my proof right over here. It was actually shared in the Discord channel, and right over here it says your reimbursement according to Lepin chance of recruit count. We apologize for the inconvenience. 19,600 cess being refunded. Ladies and gentlemen, just look into that amount of cess. It only requires 13,300 cess to PD summon the Fate Core Lepin. And one who actually went even deeper into this banner got all their cess refunded for, oh my god, just think about it. And all we have to show up is up with that 700 cess as the reimbursement amount. I was thinking to like just skip this Fate Core Lepin banner. I was like, okay, I think she's not really going to be really that great unit to change the current meta. So that means like she's pretty much useless for me. Well, she is really great character indeed for the PvE con. It's like, let's say Path of Trials, Holy Dragon Grounds, and Upur's Labyrinth. And I would definitely love to have her. But I would really love to save my cess for the Fate Core Valentina. So that was my main agenda. But luckily for those other heroes, like those players who actually did summon for the Fate Core Lepin, like this is a bonanza for them. This is like a huge festa for them, guys. Just think about it. How much summons he must have done with that 19,600 cess, for God's sake, man. And then like all the other players in the Discord channel and in the Reddit, they are really expressing their rage as well. Like, this is a very unfair advantage. This is a very unfair, like situation for all those players right out there who is actually getting all their cess reimbursed, and they are to keep all those heroes that they summoned during the session. It's like, what the hell? Just think about it. On those with those 19,600 cess, how many Fate Core hero he must have got? How many Fated hero he must have got? How much advantage is actually now gonna get just for free, just like that? And yes, I know that there are so many players who are actually gonna argue that like, hey, we are the ones who took the risk to invest the cess in the Fate Core Lepin. So I think it's not really that unfair for us to get that advantage. We took the risk. Why did you guys did not take the risk? Why were you guys not up during that hour to make the investment of your cess into this banner? And like, I think it's quite fair. That could be their own agenda, or let's say their own, like defense, okay? But, well, it certainly is quite unfair for us. Just think about it, especially for a free-to-play player like me. I'm like, what the hell? Man, that is actually going to give a really unfair advantage to those players. So, let's see what this game is actually going to do later on. is this game really gonna provide us some with extra reimbursement later on, or are they really gonna roll back all those heroes that those players were able to get with this amount of cess? Are they really going to re-roll out? Well, let's see what's gonna happen, because like if they are going to roll out all those heroes back, they are just going to steal away. I mean, not steal, I mean like they are going to take back all those heroes that were summoned during that time. It's actually gonna take a lot of effort indeed, which I really don't think Line Games would ever do. I mean, like looking into the situation so far in this game going onwards, the developers or the game manager have not been really that active indeed, or let's say really that hyper mega ultra aggressive. So I really don't think they are actually gonna do that horrendous task indeed. Okay, I'm like, that's a really head hurting stuff right over there, guys. So let's see what they are actually gonna do, because like last time the Line Games did a certain like similar mistake like that. They actually managed to come up with a really good strategies to counter those mistakes, right? But what will Line Games do this time? All right, let's see about that one. I think the particular event that I'm talking about is definitely going to be that 5 million celebration download event. Okay, so there we go, that was the thing. And there's this one like player right out there who actually posted his or her, let's say, complaints right out there, which I would definitely be happy to share it with you guys right over there. Oh my god, people are really saying a lot of things right over there, guys. Anyways, right over here, Aleva Yuna. Okay, so there we go, I'm giving her a shout out. I think it's she. Alright, lost faith in the devs to have made yet another mistake with raid of banners. You could have handled this better. Yes, I mean like, I think so. As for the compensation, the difference is such a staggering amount with the players who got that much amount of free cess back and the rest of the player base who were not even up at that time. Just think about it. Yes, the difference is totally staggering. It's unimaginable. 19,600 cess of free pool. Wow. Just think about it, guys. If you really wanted to please everyone, you could have given the same amount of cess required to PD, 13.4k, to the entire community. Well, that could be really great indeed. I mean, like, I would be really happy to get that Fedco Valentina for guaranteed. That way, the people who summoned wouldn't complain, because they basically obtained Fedco Lepin and any other goodies they got on the way for free. While the people who didn't or missed the first half an hour of the banner would just be happy they are compensated the same amount. Okay, so there we go. People wouldn't have pulled more than the amount it requires to pity, unless they have the intention to abuse the system anyway. So there we go, guys. It feels more like a responsibility to compensate everyone fairly, since this is a mistake on this side of the devs. Yeah, cess is used for so many things in the game. SOC, the string of creations Ray banner, costs absurd amount of cess. Simply giving enough for a black FCPD really wouldn't have hurt your bottom line. So that is quite like a brave and a subtle way to say that, like, wow, this this thing right over here really doesn't make any sense. Okay, meaning like this reimbursement system, it's totally bad indeed. And definitely let's see what the Line Games is actually gonna come up with to provide a better reimbursement for the entire community. Well, let's see, or if they will not actually come up at all with anything up. So that might actually be the another situation as well over there. Let's see what they are gonna do. Anyways, what do you guys think about this situation right over here? I mean, like, does it really make a lot of sense? I mean, like, is it really good for you guys? Let me know in the comment section below. Let's have some discussion about it. Anyways, this is it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button to keep on using the contents of my channel. See you guys in the next video.